Hey, what's up, fam? My name is Brehon, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel, where we love to focus on our own personal and financial development. Now, fam, I'm bringing you this video from Hocko Beach, lovely, lovely Hocko Beach. It's pretty much known as a surfer's town. We have a lot of surfers coming here to catch a wave. So, I've seen quite a few guys out here surfing, having fun, enjoying life. And I like to get up a little early before, a lot of other people do. I like to get my early morning walks in, and I think that's a great way to start your day. Also traveling, man. You gotta travel, and you gotta see other parts of the world. It's a huge place out here. Love to get a chance to experience other places and other cultures. All right? Now, this video is about how to quickly lose your money in the stock market. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys a short story. I was at work one day, and this is quite a few years ago, maybe like 16, 17 years ago, when, fax machines were very, very popular in all organizations. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Wolf of Wall Street before, but, they were scheming and scamming people on with those penny stocks. So I was at work one day, and this fax machine, this fax letter had came through, and within that fax, it talked about investing in the stock market. And I still remember it like yesterday. And the stock was titled My Vintage Baby. And it was a company that sold baby clothes, right? Vintage baby clothes. And it had a wonderful, wonderful write-up. Talked about how this company was going to blow up 10,000%. Something like Aquafina had all this data, and I printed out the facts. I didn't know much about investing, actually. Never traded a penny stock, never purchased my own stock besides a traditional saving money in my 401k. I took the paper out on the production area to some of my coworkers, and I showed this to them. I was somewhere excited. I said, hey man, look, this is a great opportunity. This company here, man, I could make 10,000% on my investment. Man, I think I could, this thing could really, really set me up for some huge money in the future. And one guy said, well, you have to be very, very wary of those penny stocks. They could be dangerous. I told another person, and they all said, well, I don't want to fool with that, man. I don't know much about it. And I said, well, look, man, on the paper right here, on this paper right here, it says we're going to make 10,000% profit. No one wanted to invest. No one really wanted to hear or read the documentation that I had, but I did. For some odd reason, I've always had a desire for entrepreneurship, always had a desire for investing, always had a desire to get more, have more, and be more, So, I said, okay. I went to my savings account. I was working a lot of overtime at the job. So I went to my savings account. I took like $3,000 out, and I called Scott Trade at the time, which is now TD Ameritrade, but it was Scott Trade. At this time, you had to visit the company. You had to give them a money order or a check for $500 minimum to open up an account. And so what I did was, I took them, I think it was around maybe $2,700, between $2,700 and $3,000. So I took them the money. A couple of days later, I had my money in my account. Then I was excited. I was excited about my first opportunity to buy my own stock in the stock market. And when the stock market opened, they taught me how to buy and sell stocks at Scott Trade, which was nice, man. So they taught me how to go in, identify the company, and place a trade based on limit orders or whether I'm going to place a market order. So when the market opened, I placed my buy order for MVBY, my vintage baby. When the market opened at 9:30, I bought in BBY. I was excited to own some of the company. And 20 minutes after the market opened, my investment was down 25%. And I said, wow, man, what's going on here? How am I down 25%? A few minutes later, I was down 50%. I said, oh man, this is crazy, man. I need to try to sell my stock. I need to get out of this thing. So I tried to place an order. I was down 60%. Next thing you know, I was down 70%. I called Scott Trade and I was talking to the guy, hey man, what's going on here, man? I tried to sell my stock. I'm down 70%. And he looked it up, my Vince's baby. All of a sudden, I was down about 75%. He said, hey man, there's a lot of people in line trying to sell this stock, right? And so, man, by the time everything was all said and done, I was down about 85 to 90% of my investment. So I pretty much lost everything on my first trade. And, you know, this video is about how to lose money in the stock market. Number one, it's about being totally ignorant, right? I was just totally ignorant. I didn't know anything about the stock market. I didn't know how stocks operated. Didn't know how penny stocks operated. And if you're going to invest, it's best to learn as much as you can about the basics of investing in the stock market. And number two, I didn't do enough research, right? Because again, if you're ignorant about stocks, you don't know much about the stock market, you can't, you're not able to do, the adequate or the proper amount of research. Then also, you can't do what someone tells you to do, or you can't read an article and say, hey, I'm gonna buy, a stock based on what an article says. It is most important that when investing in companies, you take a look at the longevity of the company. You take a look at the year-over-year annual returns. You take a look at the net income. You take a look at, the potential. Are they having earnings calls, quarterly reports? Are they offering a dividend? There are so many things to take a look at when investing in the stock market. And unfortunately, that was my introduction to investing in stocks. Now, that wasn't the first time I've lost money, and it probably won't be the last time, but I won't lose in the market that way. As a long-term investor, I know and I understand that investing in the stock market, it is a roller coaster ride. It is a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. And ultimately, the ultimate goal of investing is to have more highs than lows. The ultimate goal of the investor is to have more wins than losses. When you are able to do some adequate research, when you are able to invest in blue chip companies, you can position yourself for great opportunities. You can maximize your returns long term, and you can create that wealth that you've always wanted. You can create the type of income in your golden years that can make life a whole lot easier for you. Now, family, because of my investing, because I've had the opportunity to make smart decisions in life, I've had the opportunity to travel, and I've had the opportunity to really, really enjoy my life with my friends and also with my family, all right? And right now, again, I'm in lovely Hako Beach. You see the t-shirts, stocks, and stamps. Investing in the stock market, buying great stocks, and also getting that passport stamp, all right? Stocks and stamps t-shirts, man. If this is something that you're interested into, trying to just enjoy the vibe, be a part of the vibe. The link in the description for the t-shirts. And that's all I have for you guys. Peace and blessings from lovely Hako Beach. And I hope you guys keep coming back for more life-changing, educational information. All right, hit that like, subscribe button, okay? Peace.